Another season behind us, another on its way. With 8 players all in, and 4 teams ready to play. But sadly for 3, it will end in a bummer, except for the one, to hoist the cup this summer. It's almost 2016, which means it's almost time for another year of the Neighborhood Wiffle League. However, this isn't just your typical season. This is the last year that the Neighborhood Wiffle League will be a competitive organization. With all 8 of our players heading to the University of fill in the blank next year, the NWL is looking to go out with a bang. We are here today to introduce the finalized teams for the upcoming season, what to expect, and we'll sum up what you missed at the end of last season as well. Jack Dalton is feeling quite ambitious and confident this year, as he will be relying on his arm to carry the Expos to the Cup in this last year. Dalton scooped up Kevin Weedoff this December, who won a pennant with the Twins last year, and was second in home runs behind his teammate Underhill. With the Silver Slugger partner in Dalton, the sky's the limit for Weedoff. This lineup is undoubtedly the most stacked amongst the 4 teams, by far. With some versatility in a righty and lefty bat, an on-base guy, and a big-time power hitter, the Expos lineup will be the most feared all season long. When asked about this upcoming season, Dalton stated, "Everyone will fear our towering home runs. The most important part will be how Dalton stacks up on the mound. With Weedoff not really being a pitcher, expect plenty of 6-inning days from Dalton, unless he converts Weedoff to a pitcher during spring training." Jack was a solid number 2 for the Rangers last year, but his lack of any high-velocity pitches will make it tough. He also struggles with walks and giving up homers. But we'll have to see how Dalton steps up this year, because if he gets onto a groove on the mound, the Expos could be hoisting a cup this summer. The most balanced team set for 2016 is undoubtedly the Rockies. 10-year vet Colin McCambridge picked up second-year player Jack Hendricks this year, giving him a gold glover in the field and a ridiculous leadoff bat who can hit for power and average. McCambridge went on a second-half tear on the mound last year after a bit of a shaky first half, proving McCambridge hasn't lost a beat on the rubber. McCambridge didn't really have as much at the plate last year, but he walked plenty of times, which will allow Hendricks many opportunities to knock him in. If Hendricks can make the transition to a number 2 and fill his role when McCambridge's pitch count gets too high, this team could very well be going places. If McCambridge hits like he did in his 2014 Silver Slugger season, this lineup could be just as good as the Expos. When asked about the upcoming season, McCambridge said, "I'm excited to have the opportunity to play with Jack in his final year of the NWL. It's great to have a gold glover behind me in the field and a solid number 2 on the mound. I'm confident he can pick up where he left off with another all-star caliber performance at the plate, and I hope to pick up my play drastically from last year as well. Don't be surprised when we're holding the NWL Cup at the end of all this." After a Rookie of the Year season, Ryan Buechler is pairing up with slugger David McHugh from the Cubs. Buechler has devastating stuff on the mound and can help his own cause with one of these. McHugh is a fantastic fielder with blistering speed and hits extremely well, mainly for average, although he can slug a few homers as well. With 2 of the lowest isolated powers last year, you know this team won't be hitting too many homers. However, that is not the main issue. Buechler must walk more, as well as hit for average. If Buechler can hike up his OBP, he has the potential to lead this Red Sox team to a title. McHugh needs to play his part as well, while also walking more, and give a spot start if necessary. If these 2 just keep hitting and get runs around, they could be given the cup come summertime. Their on-base percentage must be higher though, and Buechler will also need to lower his strikeout rate. Buechler has the potential for a Cy Young caliber year, and these 2 already have great chemistry after playing a series with each other last year. The Red Sox have the potential, let's see if they utilize it. While leading his Twins to a pennant, Henry Underhill picked up some hardware along the way with a Cy Young and MVP. Underhill signed fellow 10-year vet Bobby Szymanski to play with the Rays. Underhill picked up a solid hitter, as well as a pitcher who can give a spot start if necessary. After getting a lot of pitching experience last year with the Dodgers, Szymanski can step it up on the mound. If Underhill can continue to mash at the plate like he did at the end of last season, a cup could easily be in this team's sights. Szymanski tends to hit the ball on the ground quite a bit, showing that he can move the runners when necessary. If Szymanski ups his walk rate and plays solid defense, his team could be unstoppable with Underhill on the mound. We'll have to see though, because many other teams are standing in their way. The Rays have a solid lineup and pitcher, but they will need to fill the holes in their on-base percentage as well as the fielding in order to do their best. That's all for now. Join us next time for the 2016 Winter Meetings, where all teams will be introduced and all that good stuff will happen.